Hello, 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 hello. So I just got back from my local area. The Killeen Creators had a flower fest, and I went out to support my daughter who goes to the Killeen Creators quite often, and they had strawberries, guys. Strawberries. So I got a great deal on these strawberries. Some of them are struggling, but I'm going to put one in the ground right now, and I'm going to put two of them in a pot. Did I leave my? I left my. So watch me as I plant my strawberries, and I'll tell you everything I'm doing to put my strawberries in the ground. I'm a very unorganized gardener, so I spent about 15-20 minutes looking for my tools, and I had promised myself this year that I was going to keep my tools in the bag because I had got a garden bag, and of course they weren't in there. So I did find two shovels that I am going to use to plant my strawberries. So I do have my amendments. So I have my bone meal, my blood meal, and then my worm casting. So I'm not partial to any particular brand. I just know I like those amendments in my soil. This soil, even though I put it in this bed, was when I first started gardening. So I got topsoil, and this topsoil in Texas is kind of clayey. So I have a lot of clay mixed in here, but I've done a lot of mending over the years. I've put sand, I've put other amendments in here. So the top part of it is pretty good, but every year I do make sure that I'm adding more stuff to the soil. So let's get to it. So I'm going to put this plant in, this one right here that has the strawberries already on it. This looks healthy. These look like they need a little nursing, even though this has a dead leaf on it. They need a little nursing, so I'm going to put them in smaller pots and try and nurse them and see what I get. And once they're healthy enough, I'm going to put them out here too. So this is my first strawberry here. That's doing pretty well right here. It actually should not be in between the sprinkler, but the sprinkler is right there, so it gets plenty of moisture and it has a lot of drainage here. As you can see, the water looks like it comes down here and rests here. I'm going to have to look at how I have my drainage going. How I have my sprinklers going for this area. My drip irrigation. Dig a hole. So if I was planting from like a nursery, I would dig the hole just as big as the root ball is, but because I'm taking it out of this pot, I don't know how big the root ball is, so I'm gonna dig a hole about this big and then look at it and see, and if I have to dig it further, I will. So I'm gonna take this out here, and the soil is pretty loose, so let's see here. So the roots go pretty far down, as you can see. There's a few pieces of glass in there, I'm not sure. So yeah, the roots are pretty good. So looking at the roots, I'm gonna have to dig it a little further, just so that the roots have space and don't get cramped up. So these are going to go through transplant shock because the roots were exposed. And I have something else in here. I don't know. Looked like the previous strawberry that was here. Roots are here, but it didn't come up, so I don't know. So I'm going to put my amendments in. I'm going to put some bone meal in. And I don't measure or have a specific amount until the ancestors tell me stop. Okay, so I don't use a lot of the blood meal on the roots because it's nitrogen, and nitrogen can burn. So I really don't put a lot of nitrogen on the roots. And then once I get it in there, I mix it all up. So you can see my hole, and I mix it up right there. And then I'll stick my strawberry in. So with strawberries, you don't want this part right here. So you don't want the neck of it under the ground, because it needs that for air circulation. I don't know if y'all can see that because I wasn't even looking in the camera. And then I'm just going to backfill it. So there we are. And so I will go and water it in once I'm all done. I am going to take this dead piece off. And I'm probably going to take a few of the strawberries. Well, I'm probably going to take all these strawberries off because they're ripe. They're ready to go. But I'm going to give it a minute to adapt. Put these around it so that the birds get confused. All right. So that's all in, and we'll water it and it'll be good to go. Here are the other two plants I'm going to put in some soil today. These are going to have to get soaked real well because I'm putting them in dry dirt. And I'm going to amend this soil as well to give it some good nutrients. So with this, I'm just going to put the worm castings all in on the top, and then I'm going to mix it all into the soil. And this is just a potting mix soil that I made. It's peat moss with some compost, 50% peat moss, 50% compost, and then I think I put no, I don't think I put any amendments in this one. But if I did, it's very little amendments, so very few nutrients in it. I'm hoping that it gives me more strawberries this year. Yeah, it has a lot of moisture down at the roots. So it's got a little bit of fungus there. So it's really, really wet, which is why I did not pre-moisten the soil. I am going to moisten it once it's in there, but I wanted to see how wet it was, how much moisture it was holding down here, and it's holding a lot of moisture down there. So, let me dig, and I chose the bigger pot, the longer pot, so that the roots will have room in here. I'm just going to use some of this to backfill it. And you can see I'm leaving this part up right here above the soil. And I really want this to focus on healing itself. So I am going to trim these off because I don't want it to focus on fruit right now. I want it to focus on healing itself. So when I get up, I'm going to get my snips, and I'll show you guys how I snip them off. So this one as well, it's going to go through transplant shock. Also, I'm just going to snip these off, and I'm snipping them right here. And so I'm going to have an experiment. So I'm going to put these in some paper towel and see if I can get these seeds to grow. And it did have one new leaf, so that's a fresh leaf growing. So that's what I'm gonna focus on. This is looking rotted off, so I'm gonna take that off too. So it can focus on simply growing new leaves. And then hopefully we'll have a healthy strawberry plant. So I had to go get my in-the-house watering tin because I didn't want to just pour water into the from the faucet in here, because it has a lot of chlorine in our water. So I went in the house to get my watering tin so I could get some rainwater out of my rain barrel. I need to buy one for outside, but I have not. So I'm just going to fill it up until it gets to the top, and it'll keep draining. This will be watered twice today. I'm going to sit it over there with my seedlings where it can get some shade and some sun, partial shade, while it recovers and bounces back. And I'll also water the other one while we're here. I'm so excited to have my strawberries. So this will actually, I think my sprinkles are going to come on tonight or tomorrow night. But we're going to get rain hopefully tomorrow. They keep saying the eclipse is going to cause rain. Well, for the eclipse we're going to have rain. So we'll see. Why is that worm not moving? Is it a dead worm? Like, it's not moving at all. It's like, why aren't you moving? I don't know why the worm isn't moving. Okay, well, I'll give you some water too, since you're over here. And you, my little struggling strawberry there. And I'm out of water, so I need to get some more water from my rain barrel. Just trying not to drop the phone in there. And the wind blew off my cover, so I have nice little bugs in here. I'm going to put the mosquito bits in here. Since the cover blew off, I might have mosquito larvae in there, and I don't want mosquitoes to be brewing in my water. So, walking back. Ooh. I'm clumsy. So on this Sunday afternoon, when I should be doing homework, I'm in my happy space in the garden. And this mix I have should be well draining. So it shouldn't hold moisture but so long. Okay, thank you for planting strawberries with me. Like, share, and subscribe.